Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook session. In my 21st sketchbook, I've been putting off coloring a drawing for a week now. I've inked it 7 days ago and I still haven't colored it. It's been actually putting me back from drawing in my sketchbook. Like if I don't finish a drawing, then I can't continue on with the rest of the sketchbook. I'll be using alcohol markers. I have like 3 full boxes of alcohol markers. The ones I'm showing now are just some cheap, a cheap set that I got like in a grocery store. Um, This box has also some pretty cheap markers. They're quite good for the price. They're jelly pens. Here I'm showing the marker. I stored them in a box. What was in the box? The Haribo gummies. The biggest boxes of Haribo gummies. I take those and put my markers in there. In the third box, I keep my pro markers and Cure color markers. I have only a few of the Cure color markers. I don't have a lot of them. But yeah, these are the better quality, quote unquote, markers. For drawing with markers, I've bought a smaller sketchbook with the same paper because Talent's art creation sketchbooks have this like off-white paper, kind of yellowish, and it's kind of hard to like imagine what the color will look like on the paper. So I've got a smaller version of the same sketchbook and um, made it for swatches. Like this sketchbook is only for color swatches. Here I'm choosing a skin color and a blush color for this character. I actually think that this drawing didn't turn out so well. I'm not that proud of this one. Uh, the I got tired of it. Actually, it's been sitting in my sketchbook for more than a week, unfinished. And when I finally got to finishing it, I just got tired of it pretty quickly. Um, yeah. I started off with the blush because I thought it would look better if I start off with the blush, then put on the skin color on top, and then put another layer of blush. And here I realized that I haven't put any paper underneath. It would have bled through to the other page, and I didn't really want that. Didn't want to deal with it. There's not really much that I can say about the coloring process as a whole. I'm not very careful when it comes to coloring. I don't stay in the lines. And I think I picked too dark of a color for her skin tone. I had to look up a reference photo for my own character because every time I draw her, she looks completely different. Like when I painted her with gouache, I really like that painting. It's really nice. It's on my Instagram if you would like to see that. But yeah, I have a problem with drawing my characters the same way. So each time I draw them, they are completely different looking. Like you can see even there on the left, the pen sketch is actually of the same character and it doesn't look alike at all. Like it's not even, they're not even related. Um, so yeah, just coloring in the skin tone. I'm not really worried about the bleed through to the other like side of the page because I can just cover it up with some papers and glue in a old drawing or something, or just draw on top of the glued in paper. Here I was wondering if that part was a skin part or if it was just one big chunk of hair. I decided it was the skin. You know, this drawing been sitting for a week. I don't remember much. My memory is kind of fucked. Um, but yeah, I think I'm looking for the hair color. No, the shading. The shading for the skin. I was looking for a nice shade, a nice color to shade her. This one didn't work too well. It worked better for a blush than for shading, actually. I think I pick like a reddish color, brownish reddish color for the shading. If you've been looking for a nice sketchbook that holds a lot of other media, the Talents Art Creations sketchbooks are really good for that. I paint with watercolor in them. I draw with colored pencils. I draw with pens. I color in with markers. I use liners. Did I say watercolor? I think I did. Gouache. Like, I also scrapbook in them. Like, they're amazing. I love them. The only kind of issue that I have is the yellowish paper, but I got used to that. I think some of their sketchbooks have white paper. I don't really know. I'll have to check that. But I think that I've seen one with white paper. I'll have to check that. Here I'm just retouching the blush on her cheeks. I still think that could have added more, but that's alright. The freckles, I think I could have used a lighter color to add them. But still, it's just a drawing in a sketchbook. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think I get stuck too many times on wanting to make a drawing look perfect. But it's just a sketchbook, they don't have to be perfect. I liked my sketchbooks to be like colorful and full of drawings and papers and stuff like that, but they don't have to be like that all the time. Here I am coloring the hair in. She's got green hair. She's like an elf, I want to say, character, or like a nymph, like a spirit connected with nature, I'd say. I wanted to use more of a yellowish green color, but this one will have to do. I see that a lot of people don't really like the chisel tips on the markers, that they prefer the brush ones. But I actually like them. They cover a lot of um, like a lot of space. You can color a big chunk of a drawing with the chisel tip. I really like them. Because I don't really care about the blending the hair in. I make them look messy, like not nicely blended. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I just draw like the strands of hair and then add the highlights at the end. So I don't really care if my markers have a brush tip. But I get why people prefer the brush tips over chisel tips. Here I wanted to choose another color for the hair. Again, I wanted it to have like a light undertone, light green undertone, like yellowish undertone, and on top of that I wanted to add lines with a darker green color, but I think the color grew on me. I wanted to be more yellowish, but it still looks good, I think. And here you can see what I mean by making the hair look messy. I just add squiggly lines all over the hair. Later on I will go over with an even darker color on top of that. I think that you can see that I ran out of patience for this drawing. Like I said, I got tired of it. Somewhere, I think here when I start coloring the blouse, I just kind of gave up on that. I still think it's a nice drawing, but if I don't finish a drawing from start to finish in one sitting, I may end up not liking that drawing. Because I feel like I wanted to do something cool and nice with this one, but I wanted to color it with markers that I don't use that much anymore. Um, and it turned out kind of weird. Like, the problem isn't with the drawing itself, it's with the fact that I spent a week on it. I shouldn't have allowed it to wait 7 days for coloring. But who would have known that I would get tired of it? Oh, and here's where I kind of gave up. I don't like coloring in clothes, especially white clothes. Because the blouse is supposed to be white, but it should have like some shading and yeah, some shading to show that it's a real piece of clothing. um, I just scribbled some gray all over it. Like, I don't care that much about how it looks. I could have put some more effort into it though. Like I said, I was tired of this drawing, so yeah, not too mad. Can't be too mad about that one. Here I've grabbed a Posca pen in like a mint color and added it onto her hair. I really like using Posca pens. They're super expensive though. I colored in the background with the same color that I used for her blush. I just didn't want to introduce another color onto this page. So I used an already existing one. Here's my Posca pen collection. I just have a few of them. I've grabbed a pink one and a gold one, also a white one. I added both pink and white highlights to the hair. Gotta shake it. And also like pink highlights for her eyes, because I've done that before and I really liked how it looked. But I don't like it with this drawing. Like with the gouache painting, it looked super nice, but with this alcohol marker drawing, it doesn't look that good. Oh, I almost forgot to add the little flowers on the collar of the blouse. And I added, I colored in her necklace in gold and also added earrings. I've made her eyelashes white. I've done it before, again, with my gouache painting, and I really liked how it looked. But the liner that I used for this one didn't really get well with my Posca pen. I don't know why. So it doesn't look as nice as it could have looked. Some finishing touches, more highlights. Now I'm adding in the flowers, the petals of the flowers on the collar. And I think that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my art and would like to follow me, I have also an Instagram. So yeah, that's the finished drawing. Again, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!